Hello, welcome back to Real Degen Hours. We are about to set course for the good stuff.
I'm Foxy.
I'm Ash. We're gonna go get the part of this game that actually respects the characters and has them follow through on dialogue choices and lines of thought and action.
Yeah, we're gonna get the true
makes sense.
ending.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna skip through this because we've seen it already. Like I said last episode, unlike Foxy, who decided to go with Falco, we're gonna go and get Slippy. Now, this is the way that you have to go when you first play the game, but we're gonna go get Slippy.
Okay. Da-dum.
Contact with Slippy is now possible.
This is Fox. Slippy, come in. Slippy, respond.
Slippy here. It's been a long time, buddy.
Sure has. How are you?
Great, thanks. I'm happy to see you're doing well, old friend.
Do you think you can join me?
Of course!
I'd really like your help fighting the Anglar forces.
Say no more, I'm on my way. Send me the data for the rendezvous.
Rob, send Slippy the data he asked for.
Sending data now. And there we go.
All right. Getting right into it.
Yeah, we're gonna get right into it. This is actually a really quick mission.
Huh,
Because
okay.
you blow stuff up with missiles for the most part.
Oh. They teach you how to use missiles and you're just like, boom,
Yep.
boom.
That's essentially it.
All right. Oh, and there's a bunch on the map, too, you can pick up.
Yeah, most of the maps have a good chunk of missiles for you to use.
Okay. So, I have a theory about video games.
Oh?
Well, what
You
are,
said you wanted to bring something up
what
in
are
between
two of the
recording.
biggest video games right now in the year of our Lord 2021, August... What time is it?
Don't-
What date is it? 20th? August... Don't date the
Don't date the
video by
episode!
saying what day it is. Oh, okay. Well,
Whatever. Well, I forgot to mention that our first episodes went up today.
Yeah.
The day will go down in history for that, August 20th.
Real Degen Hours has finally begun to upload. It's a momentous day in human history.
Anyway, you were saying.
I was saying, so what do Baldur's Gate 3 and Street Fighter 6 have in common?
What?
They have
I never thought I would hear those.
They
for
have
the record, guys,
two
he did
things.
not. Foxy did not tell me that this is like he was gonna bring
this
this
is
up.
totally out of left field.
I have
okay?
no idea what he's getting at here.
There are two things that those games have in common.
Okay.
One, there is a massive draw to those games by people who don't fit the regular target demographic. A lot of non-fighting game players have bought into Street Fighter 6. A lot of non-tabletop RPG players have bought into Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay.
Why do you think that is?
Good marketing. Generally speaking.
Well, good marketing is, yeah, they're pretty well-marketed games. They're pretty
Well,
hyped
not
up.
just good marketing, but like intelligent, like very, very memeable marketing. I mean, I think everybody knows what we're talking about with Baldur's Gate,
with the bear and shit.
with the bear. Yeah.
Right? Well, but normally those are just to hit the target audience and get the people who are into those games to
Right,
buy
but
those
like I
games,
said, the
right?
marketing team there was very, very intelligent
point,
in
yeah.
making their choices as to what to focus on.
But specifically, and this is partly anecdotal from what I've seen from people who I'm friends with who have bought into those games and have been playing those and having a blast with them. What is the one thing that both those games share that I think is really important?
I don't know if does Street Fighter 6 have a character creator?
You're right on the money. Street Fighter 6 has a
Oh, I got it?
really good character creator, and Baldur's
Oh my
Gate
god, I got it!
3
I was literally talking out of my ass.
Has a pretty decent character creator, and you get to see your character on screen a lot of the time in cutscenes
Okay.
battle. It's not just like most MMOs, you only see their asshole for most of the time, right? Like, let's be honest. Most games where you're playing a character, you either see their asshole, or you're playing Skyrim and it's in first person and you see their hands, right?
Yeah.
Or you go in third person in Skyrim and you can't swing for shit because you can't fucking aim, right? But
I feel like there's a little bit of
I have more beef with Sky. Every time I mention Skyrim, I'll dunk on it if I have the chance. Okay, I do not like that game, but that also has a character creator, and that's one of the biggest games ever made, right?
Right.
Where was I going with this? I think that part of the reason that people latch onto those games is because they can put some of themselves into it. They can,
Right.
they can design their own characters.
Which I'll let you finish your point, but I have thoughts about that.
You have thoughts about that?
I do.
I've always liked the option to do so. But I think it's interesting with those because there are also named characters that you can have in your party that already have their own designs and their own storylines and that kind of thing.
Right.
Right? So it's in tandem with both of those. So it's not just you're not just playing a dress-up game if you know?
Well, I feel like that's to a certain degree that all you got to do for that is look at Final Fantasy 14.
14? Yeah.
Yeah, because it's got a pretty good character creator as well.
Like,
and there are some people that play that game exclusively for that reason.
Most content from that game I see that isn't like the laser light show raids and shit is just people screenshotting their characters lounging on like couches or whatever. Fan art of their characters making out with,
Yeah.
like lingerie and shit. Like, that's a big draw for a lot of people.
You talked about this as though it was like.
Do you? Would you be on board with a new StarFox game?
Oh.
Taking the Sonic Forces route of letting you make your own little furry guy to be a part of StarFox team.
Oh my god!
Did I just speak blasphemy? Are your ears bleeding a little bit here?
No, I feel like I've just been given a really Faustian bargain. Like, I get to have another StarFox game, but I have to deal with everything that's gonna come with that.
Because you know that if that was in the... There are people who
who would have no idea what StarFox is. I mean, at least maybe tangentially because of the how famous 64 is.
Right.
They would know, but they would not know anything about.
You know that 90% of Sonic Forces sales were solely because you could make your little Sonic guy, right?
Yeah, no, it has to have been.
So
Oh my
you
God,
know
dude.
that if a new StarFox game lets you make your little StarFox guy.
So you're saying? Oh, jeez.
Oh.
All right, let me work this out by getting this off my chest.
Okay, you had a bit. You're not a fan of character creators, I think.
I'm not.
Why is that?
Well, let's get through this cutscene.
Okay.
Or this dialogue scene.
Cutscene time.
No, it's not a cutscene. It's a dialogue scene.
Woo. Same difference.
Yeah, and then I'll get into it.
Okay.
Sure.
Phew! It's been a while since I last saw combat. I was kinda nervous.
You really helped me out, Slippy.
I
Oh my god.
knew that's what I wanted it to sound like, and it came out just perfectly.
Oh my god, you got me good. Whew. All right, deep breath. Let's.
Remember when I said I went a little SpongeBob?
Do the laugh again, please.
I can't, no, it's not gonna happen twice.
I get it.
No. Remember I said I channeled my inner SpongeBob for that one time? I just kind of latched onto that.
Holy shit.
Did it, like, briefly, but I channeled all of my power into it.
I've always had a lot of respect for good voice acting. My respect for good voice acting triples when you try doing it yourself. I swear to God.
I'm not even that good. I don't think. People in the comments, tell me if I'm actually, like, able... Like,
Well, could you imagine doing this for money and you're, like, in a recording booth surrounded by people
Oh, I would not care.
Who need you to sound like the funniest...
maybe that would have a little bit of...
You know what I
don't know.
mean? Like, it's a whole... It's weird. You have to
Read
get into a whole
Fox's line for
mindset,
me, please.
you know? Okay. Let's keep taking the fight to the Anglar forces. Are you with me?
Sure, buddy. Anything for you.
Thanks!
I bet Peppy's been run ragged since he became the Cornerian General.
Yeah, I heard that General Pepper has been confined to his sickbed. I'm glad they're able to find a replacement.
I'm just glad they made Peppy a general. General Pepper is a good judge of character, huh?
True enough. We need to get in contact with Peppy somehow.
Yeah, I'm worried about him too.
Intercepting a signal from Ficina. It is an emergency request for support addressed to General Peppy.
Speaking of the devil, do you know who sent the signal?
Someone named Lucy. Lucy, that's Peppy's daughter, isn't it?
You're right. That probably means she's in danger too. Uh-oh.
Ah, so we are going to set course for Ficina. Onwards!
To a new planet.
Well, we've been here before. We were here in Assault.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is the snow one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this. Rob, have you managed to locate Lucy?
She will be in one of the nearby cities.
Let's just hope she's okay. Last I heard, she was teaching astrophysics. Damn.
All that StarFox cash money put his daughter through college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Really? Well, I'll be. That doesn't sound like the Lucy that I knew.
She was a real tomboy. Always wanted to become a pilot. But I guess she became a teacher instead.
Wasn't she good friends with Crystal?
Don't
She
talk
might know how
about
to
her
track her
right now.
down.
Don't talk about her, Slippy. We're done talking about that, Slippy.
I cannot believe it.
No way.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Remember, we just went back in time. Okay? Fox is not yet, like... we went back in time. Fox
It's
is
been
not...
a hot minute.
He's not
since
ready.
He's crossed paths.
Yeah, he's not ready to deal with that.
He's still doing that thing where he, like, covers himself under his blanket and, like, cries, hugging his pillow. you
Yeah.
know?
Sorry.
Okay. Let's go and get him. I'm not crying, Slippy.
No, I think in this version, I think he's, like, legitimately pissed.
Pissed off?
Yeah, because I think internally, like, if you take this route, like, if you look back on it, I think he's legitimately pissed that he fucked up. Like, he knows he fucked up,
Yeah.
and he just doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he's just... I wouldn't say that he's quite in denial.
Right.
But-
He's probably gone through that phase of grief already.
Yeah,
You know?
of you know, knowing that he fucked up
Like,
bad.
yeah. I fucked up.
Oh, yeah, we're not fucking with that. That's annoying. Is this annoying? Oh, yeah, those are annoying, too.
Boom.
Alright, so Fox,
Love
you're
the
gonna
sound
go
effects in this
here,
game.
Slippy, you're gonna go this way. Okay, so
You were saying about character creators.
about character creators. I don't like character creators. Now,
Now I love them, so I want to hear why.
all right, so number one of the reasons people like character creators, I feel, is because it's a chance to be able to make your own character, right? That you know, you're not getting commission art of, right?
Right.
Either because you don't have the money, in which case, okay, I'll give it to you, right?
Right.
Or because you can't find anyone who will draw what it is that you want drawn, okay?
Right.
Which, I'm sorry, but how is that any different from going on to those fucking Flash things that let you dress up like the models and stuff? That you could do, like, the browser Flash things that you could do?
Like,
how is that
how is that different from Guy Online and Neopets and fucking
exactly
Barbie dress up Flash
and if you're telling me
games?
that you're gonna spend a $60 game for that reason, just literally save that money, do it twice, and then get an actual commission. Like, if you're doing it just because it is a character creator and you want to create your character, right? If you're spending $60, like, you're not that far away from being able to get a commission, okay? That's what bothers me, number one.
Most artists would do a full body referee for less. Actually, there's
A good one would be like 80 to 100, right?
Right.
But even then, you're less than double.
right. Well, what if you want to see her do cool things and flips and shit?
Yeah, but I still just don't get it.
What if you want to make more than one hot girl? Are you gonna buy another commission? 'Cause,
Well,
like, you know that most people are just gonna make hot girls and
Well-
imagine softcore porn while playing the game, right?
Yes. But at that point, again, it's just like you're spending the money and you're not even... I don't know. It seems odd to me to spend that kind of money on something that
On a game that you aren't taking seriously, like playing it for what the game is, do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, spend the money on the actual thing that you want. Stop
Right.
going for half measures. Just get what you actually want. And
Like, if you truly want to play the game for what it is, it's different.
also get the chance to do that, fine.
Right.
I'm down with that, right?
Mhm.
That's not what bothers me. Not at all. I don't like this guy. Because I don't want to have to go back for him, basically. Are there any missiles down here? No, it's just time. Cool. Alright, oh god, I missed one. Oh, good. Woo! Got him.
You know, I have less willpower than you. You want to know why? Because I did the cardinal sin that you are accusing people of. I spent on sale $5 on Black Desert Online, not because I wanted to play that dog
Yeah, but
shit
you
game.
okay, so you did it for $5.
Yeah,
Right?
I wouldn't have spent $60 on it because
Like, I'm not I still think
know.
that's dumb, but at least it was $5, right?
at least it's just less than a meal at McDonald's. Like, okay.
Like, you can't even get 2 monsters at a gas station for that.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Yeah, you'd have to wait for one of those, like, phone deals. Wow, 2 for $5. Monster Energy.
Right, right. But that's not even the biggest reason, right? It's weird to me that people do that.
But you
It doesn't bother
get
me.
it.
That I get
because
it.
it's cheap enough, it's fine.
To a
get,
certain
you get
degree,
your
I can
fix.
understand the rationale.
Right. That's not something you would ever do.
But here's the thing that I don't understand, and I think this
Okay.
is part of why I love StarFox. I think,
Mhm.
and this is true for a lot of the games that I actually really love.
Right.
Is and also of all the movies and the shows and stuff that I like.
Ooh. Okay.
It's the same thing. I gravitate toward well done characters that are fully fledged out, that they have their motivations and you can track, you can predict their actions. That's why I get so upset with certain endings in Command, because
It's
these
incongruous
characters have been
with-
so well developed that some of the things that happen just do not make sense with everything that you've seen them go through before.
Mm-hmm.
I like games with well-developed, strong, very clearly defined characters.
You like them with arcs that make sense and are satisfying to progress
Correct.
through.
100%.
That's something you can't have with a self-insert because
Thank
on
you.
some level,
Thank you. There is no
it has
way.
to be vague. and watered down so whichever character you can make can kind of sort of slot into that story. So it doesn't have the punch that it needs for you to be like, all right, I'm down with this.
Correct. That is the only reason.
Do you hate it the same way that you hate Chosen One stories?
No, because I think Chosen One stories can be done correctly.
Right. Okay, I get that.
The character creator thing bothers me exclusively because... Oh, good, I can do this.
Would you be okay if it was self-contained in like a battle mode or some shit, like a multiplayer
yeah, no, that
part of the
doesn't bother
game?
me because it has no bearing on the characters.
Right, like they don't have to go out of their way to write in the self-insert as like the rookie StarFox team member.
Right, nothing about it lends itself to.
Oh, because it's kind of
writing.
fan service if they do that too, and I'm guessing you're not behind that either. Right, like I bought the StarFox game
to play with the StarFox team.
I want to see what happens with
I
Fox
do not care.
and Crystal and Pepper and Wolf and Falco and all of them. Not my guy.
Because my guy has no history. He has no relevance. He has nothing to do with this.
Is for. That's what Archive of Our Own is for. That's what Tumblr and Twitter and all the social medias. That's what the commissions are for. That's what...
I'm not going to say you can't do that. I just don't want it in the official game.
That's what private DMs and furry ERP servers are for.
There's a lot of outlets for you, so why is it in the game?
Okay.
That's what bothers me. I would much prefer to have a game with fully fleshed out characters that you really get to know, that you get to interact with as an outside observer, like a book or a movie.
Because the developers, specifically the writer's job, is to make sure that those characters have satisfying arcs and satisfying narrative conclusions to those arcs.
Yep. And also, we're fighting Wolf and his
oh
team.
Shit! All right. And it's distracting them from that goal if they have to work in a third party. I see.
Yes. That is what bothers me about it. Now, I should note that it doesn't bother me in fully fledged RPGs. Like, to make a character in like a Skyrim or Starfield's coming out soon, right? That I can live with.
Because you're not being slotted into a pre-established cast. You're the one guy.
Right. The whole point is to let you do that.
Right? Like you're the one chosen undead in Dark Souls, or you're the Dragonborn in Skyrim.
The entire point of those games
Dragonborn
is
like you're the one guy.
Not just that you're the one guy, but it's about exploring how your character, like, you get to literally write the character almost.
A little bit, yeah.
Right? You get to write the interactions. You get to write how the character...
So you're more okay with blank slate type characters who might be kind of established, might have a code name, right? Like a lot of the Armored Core pilots that you play as have a code name, but there's no character assigned to them really, so you're open to like insert yourself into it, right?
Right. Are you talking about like the pilots you can fight in like the arena?
Because your character is a raven or is a hound, but isn't like, you know what I mean? Like they're blank enough slate that you can self-insert
okay, I
yourself.
see. So they're installed in the world,
right?
In a way that you can actually like get behind like them being there,
or like Commander Shepard. In a way, is kind of like that.
No, see, I'm actually not a fan of Commander. I'm not a fan of that.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a fan of. Oh God, how am I blanking on the name of the fucking franchise?
Mass Effect?
Yeah, I am not a fan of Mass Effect.
Okay.
Because everything about Shepard, specifically because he has a canon name.
Right.
And if he's got a canon name, then that implies to me that he has a canon personality. There's a canon version of him that exists in the writer's minds.
Uh-huh.
Whereas in something like
they write for, and like if you're not playing that canon version of him, it's treated as like an alternate version of him.
No, it doesn't. I feel like when you it's really difficult to explain.
Yeah, this is
There's
casually beating the shit out of Star Wolf.
yeah,
as
which we're gonna end the
this.
episode now. I think we'll just continue the discussion next time.
Yeah, this is a big topic.
It is a big topic. Yeah, next time.
Next time on Real Degen Hours, we'll finish discussing blank slate characters.
Blank slate characters.
What
and
have I
character
done?
Creators and stuff like that. We'll also continue to make progress toward the good
The
ending
good
of StarFox
ending.
Command.
The correct ending.
One of.
One of the correct ending.
The most correct ending. Please like, comment,
I'm
subscribe.
guessing it's the one where Fox gets the girl.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Who'd have thought?
Who would have thought?
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later. Peace.
Bye.